Welcome back to the Triple F podcast. If you're new here,
this is a comedy podcast.
A comedy podcast. We do comedy. We do stand-up comedy. Come see us on tour.
Two of us do stand-up comedy. One of us is a gay porn star. You decide.
You decide. Sorry, we just have
Figure
to
it
do
out.
that new intro for the algorithm, I guess. I don't know. This stinks.
Yeah, I hate the algorithm.
I hate the
dude.
algorithm. Comment on the videos if you watch them on YouTube. It helps us so much. Comment and be like, yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, this is so good.
We love Matt's hat. Bold fashion choice. He doesn't look weird in it.
It totally doesn't look like he sweat through that thing 1,000 times.
Dude, I've sweat through this hat so
it does
many
have
goddamn times.
It is have like
At
a sweat.
first,
I
was
sweat
like,
in this hat.
I had this.
I had this hat on
Wow.
in the sauna 3 hours ago.
You wore a hat
Crazy
inside
choice.
the sauna?
Well, so here's what happened. I golfed. I planned on that taking most of my morning. It took an hour and 45 minutes. It usually takes 4 hours because they just sent me out by myself. So then I was like, I'm feeling good. I'll go to the gym. I had crazy fucking hair from wearing a hat while I golfed. I don't wear this hat. I wore a different hat. And then, so I was like,
That's
I'll
a
toss.
sauna hat.
This is a sauna hat. I had a golf hat on, which is significantly different.
Yeah.
So I had that hat on, and then I was like, well, I'll just wear this to the gym because this is already fucked up. And then, because you don't want to go in there with bad hair, because then, like, you know.
You don't want to be judged by the other gay guys in the sauna.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if anybody's catty about bad hair,
Listen,
it's
gay
the
guys.
sauna
if
gay
you
guys.
want
Yeah.
any chance of getting jerked off by a gay guy in a sauna, you can't go in there with bad hair.
disheveled hair.
God.
I'm also due for a haircut. Like, I mean, I'm getting one tomorrow morning, you
Yeah, I need to
know?
get a
So,
haircut
like,
too.
yeah, you do. Honestly, dude, Josh didn't look that bad when his head was shaved.
No.
Newly shaved looked crazy.
Initially, nuts. But after like a week, pretty good.
I liked when I had. I don't know if you guys remember that phase when I went to when I got my shit faded at a barber, and then he gave me like the teardrop in the back and everything. I kind of liked that look where it was like
I
didn't
care
dislike
for
it.
that.
I didn't
You-
dislike
I
it.
did not like it.
it was
I didn't
very
think it looked-
white. It was very much a white guy who
Very Peyton Pritchard.
I don't know who that is.
That's
Who's
a
that?
deep cut. Who's
He's
that?
a guy on the Celtics. He's he's a
Yeah.
current player. He
He's
played
like,
last
like the
night.
eighth man.
He's like the eighth man on the
He's just
Celtics.
like very
He's in
wigged
the-
out.
Yeah, he just got out of the G League.
Like
yeah.
Your hands,
he's a white guy, but he's like
that's
he's
the type
like
of
the faded out.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
To
yeah,
be
yeah.
fair, like I go get my shit faded. Like that's
Yeah,
what
but it
I
wasn't
get.
like that type of fade.
Nah,
There's
it's
a
not.
type of fade where it was like he lined up my jaw and then like did like the teardrop in
Yo,
the back. Like that was
I
crazy.
get my shit faded at the club.
Hey boy.
I
That's why
like.
get
I
faded.
I think if you're gonna, what you could do, get the fade and then keep the top like buzz.
Yeah. I could
And
do
then
that.
you look like
I
a
don't
Puerto
know.
Rican or something.
I don't know because I like having the ruffle up top though. I like it.
See, I don't like it as much, but I want you to be comfortable in your own
Yeah,
skin.
it makes
That's
me
what
feel
we're
more
about.
confident. Nothing makes you feel more confident as a man than getting a fresh haircut though. That shit's fire.
Yeah,
Uh,
I want one this weekend. Jeff's
Yeah.
like, that's
Yeah.
long gone.
yeah, I haven't gotten a haircut in about a year and a half.
You know what you do have now? Cancer.
I do.
Yeah, Jeff has cancer. I
Jeff-
probably should have brought that up
So-
earlier.
That's cool. I'm getting something cut,
Yeah.
and it's a tumor out of
Awful.
my fucking head.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty
Well,
tight.
don't make it sound like you're stealing valor.
no,
now
I
at
like
this
I
point.
like the way he's wording it. I think it's good for clickbait. Jeff is getting a tumor removed from his head,
Yeah.
It's right here. It's,
Yeah.
It's skin cancy.
which is so funny because of the
Yeah,
long.
hilarious.
No.
Yeah, nerd.
First off, you're fine.
Yeah.
They're gonna cut it out. It's gonna cost you thousands of dollars you don't have, and
Nope.
then you'll be fine. It's just funny because you should have listened to that fucking Jamaican lady at your massage last week.
Hilarious.
Was there any sort of thought, because she gave you the rub down, she said, oh, it looks like it might be skin cancer.
Mhm.
Did that implant a thought in your head to get something else checked out, or did you already have
I,
a
Did she
plan?
say
I
your
already
life?
had the appointment,
Ah.
and what she found was on my back.
Yeah,
This
but I
is on the
didn't.
side of my
Did you
head.
get the thing on your back? No, because that was just a zit then.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know if it like opened something in your head
Yeah,
where
and
you
you're
were
like, I
like, you
should
know
get
what,
that.
like I could, maybe I
Yeah.
should go
No,
get
I
it
had
checked
this
out.
appointment. I had this appointment for something else that went away, and then I was like, I had the appointment set up anyways, and I was like, well, I might as well go. And
Well,
I
I
was like,
got the
well,
I got
I'm
this
here.
new shit.
what is? I was like, you know what? While I'm here, the thing that I wanted her to look at, she looked at for 2 seconds. And she was like, it's pretty much gone. That's nothing. The thing on your side of your face, though, that looks like cancer.
Oh, so she saw it and was
Yeah.
like, ooh, can't.
Dude, that'd be crazy to be a dermatologist and you're just like pinpointing like cancer on people while you're
Imagine,
talking.
yeah, dude. Imagine just being in the line of Publix and seeing the
Yeah.
disabled person bagging your groceries and being like, "Damn, they're disabled and they have skin cancer."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew,
And you
don't
just have
touch
to
my
know
bag.
that.
All she does, like, she would do it at Publix. She would still have to charge them because that's all she did for me. Was just like, that looks like cancer. That's $280.
Yeah, yeah. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
was
Yeah,
like,
have
all
fun.
right, tight.
Doctors are a real racket, if you ask me.
Yeah, dude. Doctors.
How bad could we need them? I mean, Jeff has cancer. Jeff
Dude,
knows
our-
I'm pretty good.
yeah, no, dude.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you having cancer.
Are
As you-
doctors a pyramid scheme, dude?
I think so.
Right?
I think they might be a scam, but I don't know if a
No,
pyramid
yeah,
scheme
fuck
is
no,
the
fucking
proper way.
wrong.
Because I've never met a doctor who's like, here's the thing.
You recruit
go
You have to
find
recruit
5
3 more
more
doctors.
doctors.
You look smart as hell. Do you also want to be a doctor?
Do you want to be a doctor? How about this? You want to up your pay? Find 5 more doctors.
Five.
Do you guys ever? Did your wife ever sell like Herbalife or any shit like that?
No.
Mm.
I did have a friend who did, what's the household product one? You know what
Mary
I'm talking about?
Kay?
No, that's
Mary
makeup.
Kay's like makeup, and then
Yeah.
those bitches will sell enough to be able to drive a fucking pink Escalade around town. Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
That's crazy.
I had a buddy who was doing, I forget what it was, but he would like hit me up and he'd be like, you use laundry detergent, you use dishwasher detergent. You could
Yes.
just get it from me. And I was like, at the time I was living in Miami, he was living like several hours north of me. I was like, so you're going to ship me laundry detergent? And he was like, yeah, but you'll save like $1 a bottle. I was like, this probably makes more sense if I just walk to Publix when I'm out, huh? And he was
Yeah.
like, no, you should get it from me. He also sold knives door to door. He was a real
yeah,
retard.
there was a big thing.
Yeah, door-to-door knife salesman.
Yeah.
Hey, do you need a sword by chance?
Yeah. There was a big thing. There was like when I was in college for that short amount of time. There was a big
Cutco.
It was one of those things. I don't think it was Cutco, but it was like Cutco, and it was basically like I remember looking into it because they had the thing that they had like the presentation that you could go to, and I remember Googling what it was over and over and over again, and never being able to find
Figured
out
what it was.
And then like a guy that I was in class with went, and he was like, yeah, dude, it's a great opportunity. You can make a lot of money at a young age. And I was like, okay, well, like, what are we doing? He's like, he like wrapped it beautifully, but he was basically like, we're selling knives, man. I was like, that's not nobody. I mean, imagine the success rate. You need knives. I'm sure you have knives. I don't know when you got those, but whenever you needed them,
It's a tough sell.
it was a pinpoint moment in your life
Mhm.
where you were moving, or maybe you and your wife got a really nice set for your wedding or something like that,
That is
right?
what happened,
But
yeah.
before that, you're just a guy living, you move into a place and you go one day to cook something and you go, fuck, I don't have any silverware. And then you go to the nearest place and buy silverware. The only time I'm buying knives from a stranger is if in that moment when I have chicken on the grill and I go, fuck, I don't have anything to cut this with, and I open my door and that guy's knocking on my
Yeah.
door and he goes, guess what, I'm here to sell you. I'll be like, are you here for fucking knives? And then I buy knives from that guy.
Yeah. That's what my stealing knives from Marshall's is what got my cousin arrested.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, which is hilarious.
On here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He stole knives from Dude, I have such a bad memory.
I remember that
He
story.
stole knives from Marshall's
Yeah.
and he got arrested for theft.
Yeah, and heroin possession.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just
I wonder what he needed the knife for.
for the heroin possession.
No.
To sell, probably.
For the heroin possession.
Oh, he bought like a knife.
Yeah.
I don't know how nice knives you can get at Marshall's.
I don't know.
Honestly, a lot of the scam for people like that.
I don't think he was in his finest hour
No.
Yeah.
of
if you're
decision
stealing-
making.
I know people who used to like they would steal clothes from a Target. You go to a different Target and then you
Return.
return them, and you don't have the
Mhm.
receipt, but they don't really, especially if you're a young white, they don't really give
There
you
was
too
a-
much of a hassle.
My brother's friend, when I was in like middle school, had this scam that he would do at Walmart's where he would buy a TV, and then what he would do is the next day he would like. No wait, how did this go? Okay, so so it was.
Purchasing the TV full price can't be the beginning of this.
Yeah, he would buy a TV and then he would install it.
Yeah.
No, how did this work? It was like, oh, this is what it was. I remember now. This is what it was. So he would go and he would get a TV, and then what he would do is he would also underneath the TV, like, so he would have the big TV in the but then on the bottom he would put like other shit like Xboxes or whatever, and then he would have the receipt for the time. No wait, how the fuck? 1 second. This is crazy. Now I'm trying to remember. So he would buy the seat.
This is an Ocean's 11 type scandal that
No,
I don't
all
think
it
you're
would
gonna be
do-
able to crack.
Okay, I
real-
remember it fully now.
I didn't realize.
I remember it
something
fully.
Okay,
He would hide the Xbox under the
No.
TV, and then
So-
George Clooney would have
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
access
yeah, yeah,
code
yeah.
the whole
There
time.
was a
Sandra
small
Bullock.
Asian inside of the box, folded
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Doing origami.
And he
for
would
some-
flip through the lasers.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what would happen. I remember now. So he would buy one TV, right? And then the next day he would go back and he would have the receipt from the previous day, and then he would go and get the TV, put it in the cart, and then he would go at the same time. So then the receipt said the same time. So when the person with the old lady checking the receipt would see the receipt, and it would look at the time or whatever.
And now free TV.
And now free TV. But then they started, I guess they checked the things off because this was a scam that everybody was doing. I also had a cousin. Have I told the story about my cousin who got caught robbing a bank? Have I told this story? Yeah. When she was a meth head, and her and her husband robbed the bank, got away with it. I've told you because they called.
That would be funny if it didn't start with that. If you're like, she works in HR and she was
not a meth.
my cousin, you robbed the bank. She worked in HR.
Yeah, at Sears. She was
Yeah.
really good at. But so they called in a bomb threat to the school on the other side of town. All the cops went to that side of town. They went, hit the bank on the other side, got away with it, fully got away with it. And
Until
then
now.
Until right
Until
now.
this podcast.
No, and then this is they went to a pawn shop. I've told this, I think. But
They went to a
pawn shop and they had a bunch of cash and they were buying things, and the guy was like no, this is a lot of money. How'd you get it? And the guy was like so twacked out. He's like, we robbed the bank and got away with it. And then the guy started laughing, and then he goes, no, but we actually did. And then all the guy did was call the cops, and they ran the bills.
The guy went,
yeah.
hold on.
Yeah. It's
Hello?
like he's just doing a bit, and then the bit was like, but he was like, the bit was too real. And then, they got arrested, and then my cousin snitched on him and went to prison for like 6 years, and the guy I think he's still in prison.
Yeah,
Cop
you
a deal.
snitch. That's what you do.
Yeah, you cop a deal.
You
In that
snitch.
situation, you cop a deal.
Everybody should snitch.
Yeah.
I don't have this, I'm going to do my bit. I don't have that in me.
Me neither.
I'm going to tell. Yeah, I'm going to tell.
I'm not from the streets, bro. I'm gonna tell on
I'm
you.
going to tell on you
gonna-
so hard.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm going to tell on you.
No, I'm going to tell on you.
In fact, if I got taken in and I was in the interrogation room, I'd be like, bring that KFC in.
Yeah, give me that. Yeah. Give me the
I
food
want,
already.
I want
need the
Taco
food.
Bell, dude. Bring it in. I
I'll
got
tell you
a story
everything.
to tell.
Yeah, you give me the you get me the 2 for $20 at you get me Applebee's. I'm telling you everything.
I'll tell you crimes that aren't even related to this.
Yeah, dude. I'll start ratting on people from like years ago.
I'll be like, I'm pretty sure my neighbor smokes pot, so.
Dude, we had a okay, so we would actually in my hometown we would actually like paddle. That was like like
Paddle?
paddling, like when you'd paddle kids.
Oh, yeah.
Like freshmen, you'd paddle freshmen.
No, but I know
You
what
know
you're
what the
talking
trope
I
is.
didn't
Yes.
do it,
Yeah,
but I
so
know
we
what
actually
it
did
is.
that because it's Iowa.
It's
And
assault.
we live in the
Now.
60s there, and we were doing that one night when I was a junior, and my friend picked up a bowling ball. Have I told this? You know those ornaments, those lawn ornaments? He grabbed a bowling ball when we were out paddling on homecoming night, and he grabbed one of those lawn ornament bowling balls and just threw it on top of somebody's garage, and it went straight through. It started a car alarm, and I was like, I've called the cops on you, dude.
That's crazy. Did you actually call the cops on him?
No,
Okay.
I took off.
That's crazy, but I have so much that I want to point out in this story. So you're paddling people, which
Yes.
is crazy
Yeah,
because
crazy.
you
Weird
were
to
in
be
high school.
out on the streets.
So
doing
yeah,
that.
so
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
you
yeah.
would drive around. It was
Yes.
homecoming night, so you would drive around your town and find young
Yes.
kids.
You
to
just be out the
Then
window of a
bend
car,
over-
like, bring that little butt over
No, so
here.
bend over my knees.
So there's
and,
like
you're
tradition.
just, like,
Yeah, so
paddling
this is the
them?
tradition. So homecoming in the tradition was like you would the football players would TP the cheerleaders' house,
Okay.
and then the
Dude, I
cheerleaders
was
would
big on
TP.
TPing back then.
They would, and then the cheerleaders would TP the football players' house, and then the juniors and seniors would try to fucking catch them. we would try to get the we would not
That
the
actually
girl.
sounds super
Yeah.
fun.
It was
That
fun.
does sound
It
fun.
I
was fun.
love TPing. I used to TP this girl Kendall's house all the time. I had a huge crush
Yeah,
on
that
her.
was
She
gonna
lived
say,
like
you
2
do it,
blocks
yeah.
away, and it was so fun to
Yeah,
like
the hotter the
whenever
girl-
you're gonna get caught and you like have to
Mhm.
sprint away.
The hotter
you know,
the
it's
girl,
amazing.
the more
Yeah.
TP you throw in the.
Or
in
Peepin' Tom.
Dude, yeah. We had a
So wait, there's one more thing that I
Yes.
want to point out. You said those bowling ball ornaments that people have
Yeah.
in their yards?
No.
No.
You've never seen those things? The circle ball. Google bowling ball ornaments. You've never. You know. You
Does it
know
look like a
It's-
bowling? Is
no,
it
it's
a
like
bowling
a sphere.
ball?
It's like a sphere. It's like a big blue. It's like a blue translucent, but it's got black in it. Like it's like a. You would know it if you saw it.
Okay, I kind of get where you're going. I thought there
It's
was
just like a
some
lawn
weird
ornament.
thing. I thought there was something. It's like how like when your kids on the basketball team they make those signs that you put in the front lawn. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm in
yeah.
the bowling league and they
It's
just have like
just
a
a
bowling
bowling
ball
ball.
in their
No.
front lawn.
No, it was just that. But yeah, dude, no. Homecoming was a fucking adventure. I remember I got paddled when I was a freshman because we were TPing, and I got caught by all the juniors, and they fucking saran wrapped me to a tree, and then
That's kind of nuts.
yeah, they saran wrapped me to a tree, and I sat there for like 6 hours.
So all
until a
those
cop
big,
found me.
all those big strong boys caught you. and
Yeah,
you're
dude,
like,
they-
oh no.
No, yeah, no.
Don't
don't
spank
They didn't
me.
actually they didn't really fuck with me. They shot me with paintball. They
I
saran
love
wrapped me-
that. I love
they-
that kind being like they didn't really fuck
Well,
with me.
they-
They shot me with paintball
They shot me with
guns.
Saran
paintballs like
wrapped
3
me
or
to
4
a
times,
tree.
but there was like some of my friends, dude. My friend got put in. I know a kid who got put in the hospital because of homecoming. Like there was a
Yeah.
kid who in a
Hell
parking
yeah.
lot was running away, and they ran up and punched him, and then he fell and hit his head, and he broke his jaw from the punch and got a concussion from
Holy
hitting his
shit.
head.
Yeah.
Two kids
Nuts.
that I played football with. Their names are, I'm not kidding, they're white, by the way. Storm and Steel.
Of course they're
Yeah,
white.
yeah, of course they would.
I would be like, what are they, Asian?
Their dad played professional football for like a year, and he was a douche. And he was the coach.
yeah.
And they both got kicked off the team and arrested because they were hazing new kids to the team and raped them.
Well,
Wait,
that took
wait.
a not fun turn.
Yeah, wait, but
They were like shoving things up kids' asses.
yeah.
That's locker room behavior, but
Just-
it is sexual assault.
Boys being boys.
There's a lie.
Just the fellas.
Just goofing off.
Oh yeah, you got.
I think
fisted? Shut
towel
up.
whipping hilarious.
I hate.
They
that
were
shit.
like
Nut
shoving.
tapping?
They were shoving like pylons up
That's
kids'
crazy.
asses.
Yeah, that's crazy.
like
Pylons.
football pylons.
Well, that wouldn't. Dude.
That's not. Yeah, that's not.
Listen to
That's
me.
not the R word.
Listen
That's
to
not
me.
retarded.
No, that is. It is. Listen to me.
One kid bled
As-
from the anus.
as
so-
somebody-
I
as
take
some-
that-
R
okay, I
word.
take that back.
As somebody who has had stuff up his butt,
such as
a
penises.
football pylon is not fitting up any of those
That's
young
pretty,
boys'
yeah,
asses.
That's a pretty girthy.
A football
device.
pylon is like 4x4.
No. You never seen a practice pylon? It's a little tube that you stab into the ground. It has like a needle.
Oh,
A
that sounds like
practice
it would go in
pylon.
pretty well, actually.
It could go in pretty well.
Huh? Yeah, that
Sometimes
sounds
they're rounded
crazy,
on the top
dude.
too. Yeah.
And they would get. It wouldn't just be like but they would like get fully in there.
One would hold him, the other one would pull his
So it
pants
would be
down.
all the way-
Imagine
okay,
your
that's crazy.
attackers' names being Storm and Steel too.
That was
Yeah.
the only
That's
way
the-
those kids' lives were gonna go. It was like your
Yeah,
dad
yeah,
is like
yeah.
a disgraced ex-NFL player. He was just like a
Yeah.
youth football coach. Your
Pop
names
Warner.
are Storm and Steel. It's like
Yeah.
you're gonna shove something up a kid's ass in the locker room and
There's a lot of. It is kind of wild, like
Now
because
you
like those boys
change oil.
I guarantee
Yeah,
they weren't
yeah.
like were
Jiffy Lube
they weren't like were sexually assaulting people. Like it's just like locker room stuff gets here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is only right here. I mean, it's not like
I agree. with
like
what you're
it's
saying.
really not that much more,
Then
but
what
it
is
also
acceptable?
is. Like you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But like, dude,
well,
like
one
there's
kid
no
bled
more.
from the anus.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's where it's too.
There
far.
is no more
You know.
homoerotic area of the world than a boys' locker room in high school.
Oh, yeah.
True. Yeah.
I used.
Well,
I remember being
There's
afraid.
gay bathhouses.
No, it's not. It's not as gay.
I would. You know what? Yeah.
It's not as gay.
Because the boys in the locker room are giggling about it.
Yes, exactly. They're laughing. They're having
Yeah, they're
fun.
like, look how silly this is.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, I almost got a finger up his butt. Like like it's crazy. Or like they just pull their dick out for fun.
Yeah,
I
that
watched.
was-
I'm
that
saying
was-
they like I wasn't this
Yeah,
guy.
that was a thing
like
that
I
people
wasn't
would
like,
do.
yeah, I didn't do any
We
of
would-
that stuff.
I
but
remember we used to, the goat when you'd tuck your balls in your butt,
Yeah.
and then you'd
Yeah.
and
tuck your
we used-
balls in your butt.
You would tuck your balls
In between your
behind
legs.
Yeah.
and then you'd bend over.
In your butt's
In your butt.
crazy.
You would tuck your balls. in
Dude,
your
have you
butt.
seen the video? Wait. I mean, so they did this.
Spit it out.
They did this on. They did this on your mom's house. So I don't want to. But like, there is a video
Yeah,
of a male porn star putting like his dick and balls inside of his own asshole. That's crazy.
That's
I did
flexibility.
It's
stretchability
something.
more than anything.
Yeah, really.
In like 9th or 10th grade PE class, I watched a Guatemalan kid fill another kid's shoe with pee, which was very funny.
That's hilarious.
He-
See, that's a good bit.
That's a good bit. We were playing 21, and these dudes were just being real mean to him, calling him short, being a little racist. And he just said, fuck this, and then went to the locker room. And then I went to the locker room to go to the bathroom, and he was just there. Also, he could have been a little R-worded because his pants and underwear were around his ankles when
But
he
how
was
old?
doing
How
this.
old?
16.
Proceed.
But he the kids were in gym shoes, and then they had their school shoes,
Yeah.
and he was just like barely tall enough to get his penis over the bench.
Guatemalans are really short.
They are very short.
Mhm.
Pants and underwear around his ankles, and he just, to the brim filled this kid's
Dude,
shoe
that's
with
so.
piss.
I like that. That's a good revenge story.
I loved it.
Dude, we used to do fight
I remember
nights.
seeing him be like,
We used to do like legit fight nights. There's a chance I've talked about this, but I obviously don't remember. Like my buddy Luke, he lived in like a place. It was in the middle of the city, but somehow it was just behind a bunch of trees and shit. And he had like a huge field and like a barn in his backyard, like right off MLK. Like it was great. And Bobo's Chicken was right down the street. Ooh,
Dude,
that shit was fire.
That's a pinnacle.
There's
point.
There's an MLK in every city, and it's always the same. Yes.
No, that's how I was going to say.
Oh,
there's a
well,
pinnacle
I
point
stand by that.
And, yeah, there's a pinnacle point in every young man's life where one of their friends or they purchase boxing gloves, and then everybody gets together and they just beat the shit out of each other.
When I think back to
super
it,
uncoordinated.
it's
too.
literally like scenes from like a movie. Like we
Yeah.
everybody pulls in. There's cars everywhere. We get
Turn
cars
the lights
circled
on.
around, and then like Michael and William Jewell would get in twins and just tee off on each
Yeah,
other,
dude.
Yeah.
Like, and it got gruesome, dude.
no
it was,
one knows
it was
how to
bad.
fight, so it's just haymakers.
It's just haymakers, which is the best type of fight to watch.
Yeah,
just
of course.
uncoordinated, lengthy
Dude,
kids throwing punches
Just
like
someone
this.
just needs to connect
16-year-olds?
with one.
Yeah, just
16-year-olds throwing the hardest punches they can with zero form is
yeah,
the
so-
best
it's
way to
so-
watch a fight.
just antelopes fighting each other.
Hey, Dana White, you listening?
Yeah, there was always a guy who was like,
Fight
we didn't
children.
want any like ground stuff. So if they got to the
Yeah, everyone
ground,
would stand up,
everybody
stand up,
would
stand
get
up, stand
in and rip them apart. So it had to be punches.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was it.
I remember watching dude.
So
I wonder if I
good.
can find this video. My friend, who's still like actively pursuing trying to be a UFC fighter, he's like 16-1 as like a underground MMA dude. He fought a kid at the skate park, which was our go-to spot to fight. It was the skate park, and
Most
it was
small towns go-to spot to fight I
is
would
the skate
imagine.
park. Yeah. And it was he was 15 at the time, and the dude he was fighting was 20. And the dude was like I said, he's like an MMA
Illegal.
training dude. And the guy right away comes out so the whole feud started because my friend's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, started dating this 20-year-old, and the 20-year-old's like talking shit about my friend. My friend's like, "You're 20, I'll beat your ass." And the guy's like, "You gotta beat my ass." So then they meet up at the skate park, and my friend,
Or you're 20, you're a pedophile.
yeah, you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is illegal.
Hey, you're a pedophile,
And
you're
you're
about to
assaulting a
assault
minor.
a minor.
And dude, the guy comes out to
What a
like try to
badass.
fight him, and my friend, they like square up, and my friend just kicks him right in the head, knocks him clean out, and
the
everyone
20-year-old got knocked out.
yeah, by a 15-year-old
So
with
sick,
one
dude.
kick. It was a kick
Pretty
too, and
tight.
and it was funny because everyone was like, going crazy, and then the guy woke up and made a Facebook status like afterwards, like an hour later, it's like, "Yeah, you're gonna kick me like a pussy." It's like you just got your ass beat by a 15-year-old.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
If you're ever at a point in your life, regardless of how old you are, if you are over 18 and you have to make a post about how a 15-year-old fucked you over, you're a fucking
you lose.
loser.
You
dude.
lost. You
Whether
lost
it's
at
a
life
fight,
and a fight.
whatever it is, dude. Also, just being able to throw one good kick is the kryptonite to almost every fight you could ever be.
Yeah.
If you can get your fucking foot up there and kick somebody, nobody will ever see that coming.
No, dude.
I feel like I remember on the bus we had a girl who would get picked up from her bus stop by her like 35-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know does that still happen?
Has
Because I
to.
feel like
It
we all knew it
Doesn't
was
really
weird.
anymore.
We
but
all knew
did
it was
back
weird,
then, for
but we were
sure.
just like, that's weird. Like I feel like now kids would be like, he's toxic, that's problematic.
Yes.
Yeah,
And they would call the
no,
cops.
you're
We
right,
don't live
yeah.
in a culture where that
And
happens anymore.
Yeah.
Like in like 2007 or whatever.
I
remember
when
that
I was
too.
like 15, I was just like, yeah. I
she's
mean,
got mature taste.
she's got yeah. I mean, look, the guy drove like an Infinity.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
He
I
smokes
remember
it. She
hanging-
smokes
I remember
cigarettes.
I was
Yeah.
17.
She definitely
hanging,
smoked cigarettes.
Yeah, she's.
I was 16, and I was hanging
works at
out
Doom
with
Dog
girls a year younger
checks
than
out.
me, and we were trying to get cigarettes and liquor, and she was like, "Oh, my friend can do it," and we went and picked him up, and he was like riding around with us, and like he bought us liquor and cigarettes, and we went to his place, drank a little bit, smoked a couple fucking Marlboro Smooths, and then we went to my friend's house. And now I think about it, and it's like, oh, that well over 21-year-old had a working relationship with those 15-year-old
Wild.
girls. At the time, I was just pumped to be getting the bottle
Yeah,
of fucking
yeah,
Southern
yeah.
Comfort to put down. You know
That's
what I
what
mean?
those dudes do it
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
Those dudes are not doing it because it's fun.
No,
They're
they
doing
do-
it because they're 24 and they're losers. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, some 16-year-old girl wants me to buy her beer. Maybe she'll suck my peen. Maybe she'll commit a felony on me.
And let me
It's-
tell you
yeah.
what. I know these two girls. I bet you they sucked that guy's dick.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you they did.
Till the white meat, boy.
Dude, we had. I used to get alcohol from my manager at Godfather's Pizza, who then was arrested.
Hilarious.
Dude,
Arrested?
he got arrested. Oh,
I thought you were going to say erect.
no. So he got arrested. He got arrested for robbing the
The Godfather's
the
Pizza.
Godfather's Pizza. No,
He just held a gun to his head.
Yeah.
Give me all the money.
I'm gonna kill myself. Give me the
It's
money.
like the opposite version of like when a customer's like, "Let me see the manager," and you just do a 360. You're like, "What's up?"
yeah.
So it's like-
Yeah.
It's just like, "Give me the manager."
Put my
Give
put
me
the money
everything
my
in the
safe.
safe. Like, okay, just relax. Just don't shoot.
Bipolar.
Turn around to the other employees. He's just like, this guy means it, guys.
Don't call the cops. But,
I think this
but
guy
help.
means business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, we don't want anybody to get hurt. Just give him everything that he wants. Rebecca, get on your knees.
Yeah. The easiest way to go through it is to do it. And
Yeah.
so he robbed the. So he got in trouble. This is right after I left. So he had a manager key. So they had the back door. They had a manager room in the office. So there was an office, and then in the back was a manager room, and it was a closet where they just had all the money in the safe. Well, he fucking staged a break-in, but then he left his key to so listen to this.
What a fucking
Let me
moron.
so he broke in but then left his key on top of like one of the closet's like shelves, but then he got a welding utensil because it was like a steel enforced thing, and he welded a hole to make it look like he crawled through it, but he in reality just unlocked the door and then put the lock on top of the shelf and then forgot to take it.
Kind of
So-
a great plan.
So yeah, kind of
this
smart.
this guy had to learn how to weld for
I
this.
mean, I think you can just and go and do it. It's not super
I don't
hard.
think welding's that easy,
He
right?
had, like, the-
I mean, like
yeah, you
He had the
blowtorch it.
he had the
I don't-
Catwoman circle finger. Like,
he just like cut
And then he-
glass. He had one of those glass cutting tools.
Yeah.
Like, ting, it just
And then
pushed it out.
he got caught because of that. And then another thing that he's a dumbass about was we did check drop on Mondays. Like they would take all the money.
usually around the 80-minute mark.
What?
Oh,
Keep
check drop.
going.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
'cause
okay.
of
So we would
comedy.
do check drops on Mondays, which was
Crazy.
when we would take the money from the previous week to the bank. And he
Okay.
robbed it on a Tuesday and got away with like $300. He didn't even because he did it the
Sick
the day.
score.
Yeah, dude, the day
What?
after the day after they did the check drop, like he knew all of this.
Mhm.
He knew that like if you were gonna rob it, the best time to do it would have been Sunday
And
night.
so here is the moral of the story. There's a reason you're the manager of
The
a Godfather's Pizza.
Yeah, there's a reason.
There's
You're a
nothing-
fucking idiot.
There's nothing
Yeah.
funnier than someone going to jail for like something that's like $400.
Yeah.
dude, it's like just
There, dude, the Best Buy right here, some guy got like arrested in the parking lot because he didn't realize that there were like 4 cops in the parking lot, and he just tried to sprint out of the door with like he had a PS5 in each
Got
hand.
clotheslined.
And it's just, dude, he's gonna do like 2 to 3 years in prison. It's like, Damn, dude, for 2 PS5.
For what
Dude, you
was
coulda
like
went
a,
to-
what is
yeah.
that, like $1,000?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 years in
nothing.
prison. You could have done 2 weeks at a McDonald's, and
Yeah,
you're gonna fucking, and
seriously.
you're
For
gonna
real.
Go, you're gonna
That's
go to.
so
I
crazy.
remember when I worked at the UPS store, and we fired a guy in a day. Seriously, this guy had to be the stupidest person in the world. For one, he couldn't figure out how to tape up a box. He was a fucking dumbass.
And there is a little. I used to work at a UPS store, as you know. There's a little wrist action to being good with that
Being
thing,
good
but
with
being
it.
able to just figure it out, base
he
level.
couldn't figure it out. He kept like overlapping the flaps. They're like, no, put them together. He just
Oh,
couldn't
that
figure it
part's
out. But
crazy
also,
easy.
throughout his first day, he talked about his old job at Domino's, and he bragged probably 6 or 7 times to myself and the manager about how much stuff he stole. And my manager was like, all right, well, I got to fire you because this is like the 5th time you've mentioned stealing from your job.
Yeah, dude. What are you, dumb?
The guy was like, man, it's like, yeah, dude, you're a dumbass.
Fucking idiot! You're just trying to make friends. Stop bragging. People will like you for you. You don't have to brag about stealing all the pepperonis from Domino's. You
It is.
idiot.
Yeah, it's funny to steal from
dude, he
Domino's.
told-
What are you
he
taking
talked-
handfuls of green olives home?
Yeah.
He stole the heated bags. That's what he was
Pizzas aren't
bragging
getting
about.
He's
fucking
like,
cold.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, he's probably doing like Grubhub now, so he might be using those. Honestly,
I don't know what he's doing, but that's what he bragged about, stealing
Hilarious.
the pizza bags that are like aluminum inside
Yeah.
and they keep it hot.
Hilarious.
now what if it's all a plan? Well, wait. How long do you have to work at a place to get unemployment? Because what if he just got the
think-
job?
I don't
wanted to
think this
get
guy had
fired?
enough time to fill out a W-4.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I watched a video of a guy who was like, he would basically just like sue every job that
Yeah,
he had.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think it might be that Charleston White guy. You know who I'm talking about?
How did that guy get famous?
I don't know. I see him all the
He's
time.
everywhere, and he just like out of nowhere, and all he does is he's just like NBA YoungBoy's a dumb brother.
Yeah,
and then
I
it's just-
don't.
He's
It's
everywhere.
one of those
now.
internet guys, but like he was basically like, I'd get a construction job and I would tell on every single OSHA violation while doing my job correctly until everybody there hated me.
Sick.
Which, because if you're on any construction site, most of the safety requirements
Yeah,
are
they're-
not being
yeah.
followed. And it's just like an untold thing. You just kind of don't say it, whatever. And he was like, I would just rat on everybody until they fired me without cause, and then I would sue them. And I would get every one of those companies settles out of court.
Dude,
I'm like, you're a fucking
we're getting our
smart.
like the roofs on these buildings are getting replaced, and in my condominium,
Yes.
and there's just Mexican dudes on the roofs in flip-flops.
Really?
Nuts.
That can't be OSHA certified.
I don't think they're U.S. citizen certified.
Yeah, dude.
I think if they fall off the roof, it's just like toss him in the lake.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Damn, there goes Juan. Toss him in the
Flip-flops.
lake.
That's
Yeah.
not how you do roofs.
To be honest, they're doing it pretty fast.
sure they're
Never.
No, they're
I-
great.
That's
at
the
it. They're
thing.
probably.
It
probably
makes no
great.
sense. Never question how fast a Mexican can get work done.
Yeah.
They're better than in flip-flops and like jeans. They'll just roof an entire building in an afternoon, and they're
They don't complain either.
and they're
White dudes will be like,
fueled
"Ah, my
up on like
hands hurt."
7-Eleven hot dogs.
Yeah.
They're the best. You can't explain how good they are. Dude, they're 4.5 feet tall. They'll lift like a fucking ton of bricks on their back
Just fueled by taquitos from the roller.
up a ladder. They don't give a fuck.
It is great when you're like sometimes I'll roll out of bed 10, 11. I'm like, I'm going to go to 7-Eleven. I'm going to get something. And you just see people in there getting their lunch, getting their hot dogs and all this shit that's going to eventually kill them in like,
Mhm.
a couple years. And you just know they've worked like a 7-hour day already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I my hair isn't even done. Like I'm in flip flops. They're also in flip flops, but because they were doing roofs.
But those
They're
are
roofing, yeah.
those are work flip flops.
Those are work
those are
flip
the
flops.
work
Those are
flip-flops.
significantly different than
Dude.
my flip flops.
I always go to the 7-Eleven across the street from my job
Yes,
to get coffee.
that's the one I was just talking about.
It's a great 7-Eleven.
Yeah, this is a good 7-Eleven.
It's weird how it's like very Art Deco. It's huge.
Yeah,
but I
it's
saw
well designed.
I'm very used to seeing like workers in there like getting their big gulp and whatever. I saw an absolute dime
Yeah,
filling up a big gulp and getting a buffalo chicken roller.
Ugh.
And I was like, there's no way. That's not hot girl food.
Dude,
Yeah,
she's taking dump. That's a man. She's
Yeah,
taking
that
dumps,
could
bro.
I was at that.
That could be a real good
I was at that
undercover.
7-Eleven.
Not to take someone's bit, but I did watch a bit on the internet of someone who was like, it doesn't matter how passable you are as a trans woman, you will always take man dumps.
Yeah,
I was like,
that
it's
was,
Adrian Palucci.
yeah, she opens for
yeah,
Louis.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So
That's
good.
such a good joke.
I was at that 7-Eleven at like 1 a.m. one
Holy
night.
shit, like a man.
And I might have told you the story. I definitely haven't told it on here. And there was a guy in front of me, black dude, Flanagan's uniform. Flanagan's is right across the street. And he was buying a Black and Mild. And he walked out. I bought my stuff. And he walked back in. He was like, man, those motherfuckers left, blah, 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 blah. Just distressed black guy at 7-Eleven. So
Not unusual.
Not unusual. Black and Mild in hand, also not unusual. So what I gather is that he paid 2 white guys from Flanagan's $20 to take him home, which is like downtown West Palm, like not far at all. They
I bet I can guess the street.
took him to 7-Eleven, and when he came out, Black and Mild in hand, they were gone with his money, no ride home. It's like 1 a.m. It's like sucks. So I'm like, where do you got to go? And he tells me, he's like, basically downtown.
You are
And I
liberal,
was
boy.
like- and he seemed like a nice guy.
I would be like, that sucks.
I wouldn't even have made eye contact. I would have just gone back to my car and
He
left.
was in distress. He was, I'm being a good guy. I know where he works. Like, he just got
Hop
off
in my
plane.
car. I voted for Biden.
No, I literally.
Damn, dog. That's risky. Not just because of anybody saying that to you at any point. At 1 a.m.,
Oh, a
somebody
distressed
going,
person in 7-Eleven at 1 a.m.
So
Never
here,
not getting in my car.
but here's the thing:
Not
without
getting in my car.
without the Flanagan's uniform, and without knowing the Flanagan's was across the street, I would not have done normal.
a Flanagan's
distress-
employee would never.
the highbrow society of
Listen,
Flanagan.
it's just knowing. It's more just knowing. Like, okay, this guy's not a vagrant. It's not. This is not a scam. Like, I could see it. Like, he literally did just get off work. I can see the Flanagan's
Did he
across
smell
the
like
street.
Flanagan's?
He smelled like
Okay.
shit. He's
Yeah.
a dishwasher. He apologized as soon as he got in my car. His
Crazy
name
still
name
you
was
gave it a
Davon.
Okay.
And so I'm like, all right, bro, hop in. And he's like, we're talking, and he's dude. It was so typical. He was blown away by everything I told him. It was amazing. He was like, you look tall as a motherfucker, man. You used to play basketball. You used to play sports. I was like, I played basketball, and he was like, man, I used to play basketball. And I was like, no fucking way. And then he was like, you live right down there? I was like, yeah, you know Howley's. It's like right down the street. He was like, man, you said Howley's? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I fucking love that place, dude. And I'm like, me too. He's like, no fucking way, bro.
Just
And he's
bonding.
like,
and then he's
dude,
like, give me the money.
he's blown away by everything. And then he's like, how old you is? That's how he said it. I remember it. That's exactly the way he said it. That's exactly the way he looked at me. I said, I'm 29. He was like, me too. Fuck, bro. I'm 29. And at this point, I'm not blown away by any of these coincidences because they are not coincidences at all. Until he goes, when's your birthday? And I said, December. And he was like, December what? And I was like, 28th. And he was like, my birthday's December 28th. And I was like, are you fucking with me? And he was like, and he pulled out his fucking ID. Me and Davon have the exact same birthday on the exact same year.
Okay, that's cool. This is a cool story.
It was pretty nice.
That's pretty. I got the chills.
Yeah, dude.
Do you guys hang out now?
And I mean, let me tell you what, he was blown away by that. I mean, if you thought he was blown away at the fact that we both played basketball at one point, when I told him that we had the same birthday and I showed him my driver's license with my
Yeah.
birthday and my address very discreetly covered by my thumb, he was blown away. I thought he was gonna, you know how like it's like
He was
that
like, hey,
joke-
man, you're going to need to stop this car because I got to get out and walk.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna exit my car. He was so he was doing the fucking whose bit is that? The guy from the Chappelle Show. I can't remember his name. Where it's like black guys relocate when
Yeah,
they laugh.
Donald Rollins.
Yeah.
Donnell Rollins, dude. I thought this guy was gonna get out of my car at the stoplight. He was blown away. So then
You basically did magic.
Yeah,
did.
yeah. You did. Yeah,
You basically did magic.
I did
I
magic.
guarantee you,
I went
if you-
same birthday.
if
And he
you
went,
did
"Whoa!"
all of those coincidences, and then he was like, man, how is this even possible? And you were like, I was
And you pull a
actually,
rabbit out of your ass.
you're like,
No.
I was actually sent by Satan. He'd be like, oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. So we got
Never get in a white man car.
We got to know each other. This is the funniest part to me now that I've thought about it. I actually haven't thought about this until right now. So I get him home on the way from that moment to then he starts telling me, he's like, yeah, man, like I had a car and I wrecked it and I live with my girl. We got a baby on the way and she's got one from her, man before and he's dead and like I think he said he got shot.
And you were like, end of coincidences.
Yeah, I was like, we have nothing more in common. But he's telling me, he's like, I just need to get 2 paychecks and blah, blah. And he's like, these fucking dudes taking $20 from me. It's like, it's $20, but it's the principal and you're a good guy. Like, he's like being really nice. And so like we get like 2 blocks away from his house. And he's like, what do you do, man? You're out here. It's 1 o'clock. This is like a Tuesday. He's like, it's 1 a.m. Tuesday. And I go, I normally wouldn't tell. I usually don't tell people I'm a comedian.
Yeah, but you and Davon are like, this
Dude,
at this
me and
point.
Davon are blood brothers at this point. We might have the same mom, okay?
Yeah.
We're born on the same day.
Well.
We don't, but
Well.
let me think it. And I go, oh, dude, I'm actually a comedian. He's not blown away by this news at all. He could not. I mean, if he didn't even 10% of the enthusiasm at the fact that we both played basketball, he's short of that. When I go, I'm a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, that's tight.
You know
I
what
was
that
like,
is?
what?
You ever I mean, look, this is going to come off as racist.
Okay, great. Don't say it.
Yeah, let's not have to cut something. Let's keep
Black
going.
dudes will always tell you their side hustle before their real job. Is my point. If you're like, what do you do? They're like, I'm a DJ. And then it's like, where are you going to be tomorrow? And they're like, oh, I got to shift at the Home Depot.
Well, that's what I do too, though. I tell people I do stand up, and then it's like, what do you do actually? It's like, collect VA disability, dog. What are you
Honestly,
talking about?
I just thought it was hilarious that after all these things, I mean, we're talking about like he's bursting out of my car with energy.
Yeah,
and then
and
I
then
go,
you go.
I'm a successful I'm a stand-up comedian. He was like, oh, that's tight. I was like, if you and your girl ever want to come to a show, and he's like, yeah. And I was like, you follow my Instagram or whatever. And he pulls out his iPhone that's not connected to the internet. And it's like an iPhone 6, not connected to the internet. He types in my thing. It doesn't come up, of course, so he has no idea how many followers I have. And then he screenshots
That
it.
stunk.
Um,
That sentence
I hated
stunk.
that. Yeah.
I said it in irony, of course. I'm not being.
Keep, yeah.
You guys are fucking assholes. And then he never followed me. So
That's
I'll
I
never see him again, unless I actually have been to that Flanagan's multiple times, but I've never been like, can I peek back in the kitchen real quick?
my barber that I went to, I've went to him twice now here. He told me to follow him. He followed me, and then he followed me back, and then he unfollowed me, and then I went to him again, and then he like refollowed me, and then he unfollowed me again. And I was like, I'm not going back to
What a
you.
piece of shit.
I don't like when people play those fucking
It's
games.
weird. It's a weird thing.
Because I play those games.
I know, me too.
And I'll catch you.
Dude, nothing feels better. I know I'm a psychopath for this, but like nothing feels better than when you click on somebody's profile that you like went to high school with or something, and you see that and you check their following and they don't follow you, and you go, I don't give a fuck about you, and then you
Yeah.
unfollow them, and it's like, yeah, I know it doesn't matter, but it makes me feel like
A little
suck
while
my
ago, we had a show in Miami, and the host of the show I was giving grief to for not following me on Instagram. She did, because we went to eat afterwards, and then I immediately unfollowed her.
Wait, I don't know why I can't remember who it was.
It was Shira.
Oh, right, dude, so funny.
I was like,
funny,
Shira,
dude.
I was like, you ever gonna follow me back? And she was like, oh, I didn't know I didn't follow you. Yeah,
I
I'll
think
follow
you did it in front of me too.
I
I think
did.
you like put it over and clicked
She
unfollow.
she
Dude,
was like
so
she was like,
funny.
all right, I'll follow you, and then she was like, look, see, I follow you now, and then I immediately unfollowed and went.
I love
So
doing
good.
that.
And I checked about a month ago. She still follows me.
Yeah.
You got dumbass.
My
weird power trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like the weird power trip.
My Purple app doesn't work anymore. I've tried.
It
to
like
use it a
logs
million
you
times.
out.
It-
It's
so
not
I
worth
just
it.
don't know anymore. And every once in a
yeah,
while,
you just click on.
I'll get a little tingle when I see somebody's shit come up, and I'll go, I bet she doesn't follow me, or I bet he, or
There's
I
a
bet.
there's a
And
part
I'm
of Instagram
always
that
right.
tells you who doesn't follow you back.
What?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Where?
Yes, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Okay,
after
that would
this.
be
Yeah,
nice.
because I actually want to know.
I just don't want. Yeah,
I
because
just like to know for like personal reasons. I'm like,
well, there are people who I've met after shows, and they're being cool, and I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever, and I'll do it like I'm with them, like whatever. but I don't really care now. I haven't talked to them since. I don't care about their yoga or like whatever. And then they just disappear, and I don't really care too much about it anymore, like the ratio, but like it's still like I just don't care.
There's nothing worse on Instagram than like a pregnant girl who only posts about like the fact that she's pregnant.
You can remove on Instagram from that one, boy.
Yeah.
They suck.
It's not. This girl that I know who her husband just
I like
became
pregnant women.
Yeah.
Of course you fucking do.
Yuck. Oh.
Nah. Okay. That's not.
I had
that's not in the
no,
kink
I had
category.
an ex. Okay, this just brought up something. I had an ex-girlfriend whose ex-boyfriend, right, a guy that she slept with for like, or she like hung out with for like 6 months prior to me.
Yeah, I know what an ex-boyfriend
Yeah. Well, they weren't like actually dating. Not that any of I'm like
Explains it all.
clarifying.
Familiar with the concept.
Yeah. I'm familiar with it. He was into like pregnancy play.
Yes.
Pregnancy play. And he had a prosthetic
Whoa. Okay.
that
That's next
he
level,
would
bro.
ask her to wear. And the first time she was like
elementary school dodgeball when you'd put it under your shirt.
Yeah.
He said like that was like his sexual awakening. Like his first boner was in PE class when all of his friends were like putting the ball under the shirt and being like, "Look, I'm pregnant."
Dude.
He's like, "This is doing something to me."
It's crazy because
That's
like
nuts, bro.
yeah,
That's kind
that
of.
stinks because
I don't want to kink shame anybody,
kink shaming
but
for
that's
that.
pretty crazy.
I'll kink
dude.
shame for
I
that.
mean,
There's
I've done
certain-
some weird shit, but that's weird.
a pregnancy prosthetic.
Have
Yeah.
I ever seen porn where the girl is pregnant? Yes. Have I finished to it? Probably. I don't remember an exact moment, but it's probably I've watched a lot of porn. It has probably happened. Have I ever thought about buying a silicone stomach?
Let's find out how much they are. Actually, let's Google this.
I like that.
How much
about
are
10 years ago, I, as a goof, posted on my old Facebook, "Pregnant women are gross," and boy, the comments were hilarious. Pretty much every girl I went to high school with was like, "You're a piece of shit. You always were." And I was like, "Yeah."
Dude, that's kind of
Yeah, at least I'm not pregnant. How much?
Brother. Okay, so there's this.
Oh.
That looks like a joke. That's Rasta and
What if that's
Pasta
what he-
pregnant
what if-
bodysuit. But this one is a real silicone fake pregnancy belly, and it's $212.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Because these are all just like things you
Goofs.
hang over you. But like,
Is
if
that
you want a real
just
one,
like for fetish?
no,
No,
it's for no. I'm sure it's not. It's not on a pregnancy. It's on like a life changing. Like it's. I think it's to mimic. Maybe it is. I don't know.
It has to be. There. I guess I don't know. I can't think of a scenario in which you would want to.
No, they do. They do that. They do that. Well, first off, acting. They make
Okay,
they
yeah.
do
True,
fake bellies.
true.
They do realistic
Second
stuff.
off, porn.
Second off, porn. Yeah.
Well, they also like they have like maternity classes
Right,
and things like that.
there's
and, like,
Oh,
would be a reason.
true.
there would be a reason to do
Like
it.
Also, if
maternity
your
doctors
boyfriend's
and
really into like
offices.
pregnant
Yeah,
bitches and he
dude,
wants
yeah.
to.
It's like I love having sex, but like, could you imagine buying those silicone asses?
Yeah, yeah, with the buttholes.
Like, but like.
It's got
Dude, I
both.
saw
I don't think I'd ever buy one.
Someone posted the commercial for those on like it's just like an ass and doggy style, like cut off at the
Yeah.
legs. And the commercial was like a guy being like, "With the new and improved, fuck my big ass and fuck my big black ass." It was so funny. They all have like a.
I can't imagine.
The only problem, like,
only problem-
Imagine you get the ass and then you also get the pregnant belly. You have like a whole torso.
just
that
start
you're
building.
creating. You have a mannequin head.
Oh, no.
all of those, like the fleshlight and all of that is like, dude, there's prep work involved. It's like,
nuts.
I'm not doing prep work.
I
to
I'm
jerk
more
off.
worried about the post work, if I'm being honest with you, when it's
The
full
shame.
of my cum.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Also, like that's a difficult
But
decision.
imagine
I
like
can do
getting an
both.
erection and being like, I'm gonna jerk off in 15 minutes because I need to put warm water.
Okay, but
through
I've
my
had
thing.
thoughts like that though before. I'll go when I get home. I'm gonna.
Yeah, when you get home, but then you get home and you're like, all right, time for action. You don't go, all right, time to fill the sink with warm water.
All right, time to grab the prosthetic butthole. It's
Yeah,
like what are the two?
that's
Do you?
nuts.
How do you?
Run it under hot water. You gotta like get all the water out and then fill
So-
it with lube.
But here's the thing, though.
What work?
Here's the thing, though.
To come in 10 seconds.
I do really want to know what those are like. I want to use a fleshlight. I'm just not going to purchase a fleshlight. How much is a I bet I can't even.
They're probably
I bet
$20.
I can't even comfortably afford I bet they're more than that.
I bet they're $20.
I bet I can't. What are your bids? Fleshlight. He's
I'm
saying
gonna say
20.
$59.99.
I'm gonna guess that's a
A
flashlight.
flashlight. Yeah, $3.
$3.19 at Staples.
Technically, you could fuck it.
Yeah,
You
technically.
just put a hole through it. get
What
shards.
did you guess?
Just go to Staples like, can I fuck this?
Wait, what did you guess?
$59.99.
I'm gonna guess 80. This is build your own, bro. This is
Build your own.
129 here.
These are custom. These are custom ones.
That's,
These aren't.
that's the
yeah.
perfect.
These aren't over the counter.
That's the
flashlight.
Nike IDs.
This
Yeah,
is the
this
starter
is an
pack,
over
and it comes
counter.
with a stand for it.
Oh, dude.
It comes with like
It
a
look-
tripod with like a black like.
They did
plastic
that on
piece
purpose.
just to put the fucking. That's so good. That's so funny. I want to see just like what the base. Oh, pocket pussy. How about that? We just look pocket pussy, stamina training unit, $79.
I was kind of close.
There's
You were spot
dude,
on.
you can buy Riley Reeds for $59.95.
Dude, if I'm getting a
It whistles 'cause
flashlight,
You're not
it's
gonna get a
torn out.
I'm
blown
getting
out
the
one.
fucking. I'm getting the Avatar blue
But
one.
they
Getting the
mold
Fiona
they
from Shrek
mold
one.
these to their vagina. Like if you buy
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
it is what her vagina.
I wonder
looks
how much
like.
money
They
she
put
makes off
plaster
those
of
fucking-
Paris up her cooch.
They're all basically $60. You can buy
Yeah.
a Bella Danger.
Okay.
She's one of my faves.
Do they have a Frodo Baggins?
You got 5.
Well, yeah, there's
pages of
Elijah Wood's butthole.
Alexis, Texas.
It's going for 200.
Lana Rhodes. It's funny because in this picture, it actually looks like it's kind of open. Look at it.
Yeah, because she would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. I would smash.
She's so hot.
Yeah, she is. Anyways. All right. We're back on our favorite topic, porn. But yeah, I just
We're
don't.
back, baby.
I do think that's a real commitment to sex is to be like, I'm gonna purchase an ass.
I'm
Or
gonna purchase a
not a
prosthetic
commitment to
belly.
sex. Yeah, that's nuts. Have you ever made like a purchase for sex? Like not besides what?
Anal beads.
For you?
No.
Dang.
I tried them. I didn't like it. Weird.
I don't know that anal beads have never. done it.
Weird.
What about you? You ever purchased anything?
Lube.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I've bought sex toys and stuff, but it's like it's not. They're expensive, dude. A good sex toy is a lot of money.
I'm
and
also
I
like a
don't have that.
toddler, like at a sex store. I can't. I'm a child. I'm like
Bro.
handcuffs
yeah.
for when you fuck.
When when I was in Nashville, this is forever ago. I went with my ex to a like Hustler Hollywood, and we were in there, and there was some like guys in there, and like I just looked over, and like one of them had a massive like my arm black dildo, and was just like.
Yeah. That's why you go to
and
those
they got kicked out.
Yeah, of course.
they got
a serious place of
they got relatively like not
The
forcefully
lady with the
removed,
septum
but
piercing from behind the counter got
no, dude, it's
angry.
all white guys.
It's white guys.
It's all like
mine-
library
Yeah.
white guys.
Mine-
It's weird.
Mine
You know,
was
it'd be a funny sketch.
blue air septum piercings.
Is a wife comes home with like the furry pink handcuffs, and she's like, "Ooh, let's see what these are for." And she handcuffs her husband to the bed, and then she sits at the end of the bed, and she's like, "So Lisa from HR," and then she just tells him
Fuck,
about her
dude.
day.
That's great.
I
That's
like
hilarious.
that. Don't steal that. We're gonna
Don't
do that.
steal
That's
that.
going to be filmed by the time this comes out. Also, we have sketches coming out that should be dropping this week. Keep an
Yeah.
eye out. And then when they drop, share it.
Wait, we do?
Well,
This
I mean,
this is the first one we're going to put out.
this will
Civil
be
War?
this will
Okay.
be next week. So yeah, I mean, like it'll be
It'll
this
be with by
week,
the
it'll be
time the
soon.
next episode drops.
Yeah, so
after
check
this one.
those
You
out.
better fucking share that shit.
Yeah, dude, we
Yeah.
put money into
We
it.
put
Goddamn.
money
We don't have
into
money
it.
into
We filmed for like
I used money that should be going to getting this fucking
Yeah, he's got
cancer out of my
cancer,
head.
bro.
yeah. That's dedication to the game. We spent like fucking like 9 hours filming, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So-
nuts. We
and
got
then
in
we're-
way
and then-
above our head,
Yeah,
but
so
it's good. So check it
check
out.
those things out.
Ooh, I really do like the idea of she just handcuffs him and sits at the end. She's like, "You will not believe what Natalie said."
Oh
to
my
me."
God, you should have. And first of all, you should have seen what she was wearing. to
And of
start.
course, she says brunch, but she means 3 o'clock, and he's just like, "No, the game's on."
That's good,
holy
dude.
fuck, dude.
There is nothing more that like tests my patience than when like my boys are blowing me up. Who the fuck is Sean?
Is this a? What are you doing?
Sorry, I got a text from somebody I don't know. But nothing infuriates me more than just like my boys are texting me like, get on. We're all on. The squad is on. We're trying to hit some war zone. And my girl's just like, and I'm just like, is this story over? Is this story over? And then she's just like, so now that you understand why this is a problem, now I'm going to tell the story.
Yeah.
Fuck!
You're like, fuck, dude, I just have to listen to the prequel to this?
This was the prequel?
We had I play video games with a British dude, and I was making fun of his accent, and then he was like getting mad at me, so I said, do your best impression of an American, and he went, AR-15. And I was like, God damn that's hilarious.
You nailed it.
That's sick. AR-15. So funny.
It's pretty
dude.
good. Have you ever seen that Chinese dude who does an American accent? It's like it was big on like I think maybe Vine. It's like an old video, but he was
yes.
He's
I
like
know
really
exactly what you're talking about.
Chinese.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
talks really Chinese. I also figured out what makes an Asian accent racist. I'm gonna get into that in a second, but
We got to wrap it up. So.
He like widens his eyes and he's like, I'll use my credit card.
Yes, I know
It's so
exactly
funny.
what you're talking.
But
What time is it?
I want to hear this.
You ever notice how like if you say like, oh, I'm gonna do a Jamaican accent
Yeah.
or I'm gonna do an African accent, it's not racist, but if you say I'm doing a black accent, racist. If you want to do an accent, don't say I'm gonna do an Asian accent because now you're grouping them all.
You're
Like they're
saying
the
they
same
all
thing.
sound the same.
They don't.
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah.
people and Chinese people sound different.
Yeah.
If you say I'm gonna do a Japanese accent,
Yeah.
you're doing a
Fine.
Japanese accent.
You go, ow, it's hot. You're microwaving me.
Oh, it's a microwave.
All right,
The sun is
goodbye.
falling.
Goodbye. Thank you guys for
The
listening.
nuclear waves are making my penis so small.
All right, goodbye. We love you. Bye.